Alright, well, hello to you wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the channel. This is G17 Collectibles. My name is Gordon, and today's video is all about where I buy hot toys and other 1/6 scale figures from. Now, I've been collecting for about 20 years, and I've been really concentrating on 1/6 for the last 10 years, so I use a number of websites across the globe in order to find the best pieces and the best prices. Now, we're going to run through a number of websites from different regions in the world. We're going to start with websites from the USA. We're going to then concentrate on UK based websites, and then we're going to round up by looking at some websites from Hong Kong and other places. So let's jump straight in. The first website that I'm going to look at is Sideshow Collectibles. Now, I use Sideshow Collectibles a lot. Sideshow, being the North America and Europe distributor for hot toys, has every single one of them. Both lots of pre-orders, and they also have quite a considerable amount of hot toys that come into stock. Now, they also obviously do more than just 1/6 collectibles. It's not just about, 1/6 and hot toys. They also do other licenses such as 3-0, Iron Studios, Prime 1 Studios, and they do premium format statues and other type of scaled statues and collectibles. But for today's video, for today's purposes, we're just going to look at the 1/6 scale stuff. So there's some real advantages of using the Sideshow Collectibles website. They are based in the US, obviously, being Sideshow, and for UK based collectors and other collectors outside of the US, we also have to consider shipping fees and things like UK import duty. However, their prices are still comparable to other websites in the UK. Sideshow's website is fantastic. They have, as I said before, they have every type of collectible and 1/6 scale figure. Let's take a look at the Robocop figure that's just been released. Now, Sideshow have recently just changed their pre-order approach, in that you now have limited time release windows for some of your hot toys figures for things like special edition. So this Robocop special edition, which comes with the battle damage plate, you now have a limited time release window to get your pre-order in. Now, once that window expires, you're then left with only pre-ordering the collector edition. So if you know that you really want that character and you really want the special edition item, go for it, get it pre-ordered. Now, like I said, I use Sideshow quite a lot. I really like the fact that it's low deposits. It's got payment plans, so I can use their layaway and flex plans, and I can choose to pay over a course of a number of months for a figure. And they don't start charging for the figure in their payment plan until 6 payments or 5 payments away from the due release date. So that helps manage figures and purchases really well. You pay a small amount every month. It comes off by direct debit or credit. You really don't notice that big, large, chunky figure having to be paid at the end of the release window. On top of that, of course, as I've mentioned, and buyer beware in the UK and other regions, you do have shipping and taxes to pay on top of that price. Now, this does sometimes change my decision when it comes to where I order from. Shipping from Sideshow usually runs you around about £30–31. And on top of that, for UK import fees for a figure of this price, you could be looking at about £60 in UK import fees. Now, that's quite considerable because you have to then add £90 on top of that price in order to get that delivered to your door. Customer service is excellent. The reward program is excellent. I've purchased many things and made many rewards, and it makes things slightly cheaper for your next purchase. However, you do have to watch out for that additional lump of fees on top of any figure price. But Sideshow is fantastic. It's a great website, and I do order quite a number of things from them. Let's move on now to Big Bad Toy Store. This is a place I don't normally order from. It's a fantastic US website. It has a range of collectibles. It's just type in Robocop here to have a look at the Robocop figure. It has a lot of pros and cons, but like Sideshow, you're going to pay for shipping, which can be more expensive than Sideshow, as well as you have to pay the import fees. So a price like this, $389, you're looking at perhaps another £60 for shipping on top of that, as well as another £60 for UK import fees and tax. So Big Bad Toy Store, I've only used them once. I used them to order an Anovus Star Wars helmet, which was a good deal at the time, but I did get stung with higher shipping and tax fees. So I tend not to order from Big Bad Toy Store anymore, but the reason why I bring it up is because it's still a fantastic website for those based in the US. You have a $4 flat rate shipping, as well as a program called Pile of Loot, which means you can add a whole bunch of items together and pay one $4 flat rate shipping cost. So it's a fantastic website, I believe, for those in the US. However, I don't have a lot of experience with US websites. These are the only two that I would perhaps use and have used in the past. I'm sure US viewers, you'll be screaming at me right now saying, there's plenty more out there that are good or just as comparable or much better. But yeah, these are only two that in the UK I've used in the past. Let's jump across now to some of the UK based websites. Now, the next one is Collectibles Direct. Collectibles Direct I use a lot. They have really good, strong prices. It's a great website. The customer service and delivery is fantastic. Anything that comes into stock is usually delivered the next day, or if you order an in-stock item, it's delivered next day. And they basically have everything. I haven't ever seen something which doesn't come up for pre-order. And they deal with more than just Hot Toys and other 1/6 scale collectibles. You know, you can see here you've got all these various different items available for pre-order, and it runs from Black Series lightsabers and helmets all the way through to your higher end Prime 1, Blitzway, even JND Studios statues. Now, this is a website I specifically use to order big, large items from. So I have ordered my JND Studios statues from them, and I can't fault them. The good thing about Collectibles Direct is they have a large selection of in-stock items. So you can see here there's some items here that have been in stock for quite some time and are still in stock today. Some older figures such as the Dark Knight Hot Toys Two-Face figure, it's still in stock in Collectibles Direct. And there's lots and lots and lots of them. So you've got options here for loads of in-stock Hot Toys figures, as well as other scales, manufacturers and collectibles. Now, Collectibles Direct also offer a rewards program, which is pretty good. Anything you order, you then gain points from. So a Hot Toys figure, you might get about £10 worth of points back, which you can then use for your next purchase. One trick with Collectibles Direct is check it every day. They are very good at putting up pre-orders within a couple of days of any announcement, but more importantly, their in-stock items change on a daily basis. It doesn't happen every single weekday, but more often than not, they'll have a new in-stock item added to their website after 5 PM in the evening, and you can always try and grab an in-stock item with next day delivery when it comes into stock. So it's always worthwhile checking Collectibles Direct every single day after 5 PM to check out their latest pre-orders as well as what may be in stock. And I've certainly grabbed a lot of collectibles just with something popping up and being in stock on their website. The next one I'm going to move on to is Movie Figures. Now, Movie Figures is a fantastic website. They have a large range of pre-orders and stock. Again, not just Hot Toys, it's a range of other 1/6 scale collectibles. You can see here they've got things like the Fison TV League Egyptian throne. They also do statues and Black Series and lightsabers. You can see here their manufacturer list is quite extensive. You know, they don't just do 1/6 scale collectible figures. However, for the purposes of this video, concentrating on 1/6, they do have a huge amount of items. Now, they've got a huge amount of pre-orders. Let's take a look at some of their pre-orders and some of their prices. So you can see here, there's the new Robocop figure, 455. And I have to point out that will be shipped and delivered to your door. There is no additional charge generally, unless it's a very big oversized item for shipping in the UK. So the price you see is generally the price you pay. Now they do have low deposit options as well as payment plans through PayPal. They also have some sale items and used and returns occasionally, so you can pick up a bargain there. And for the in stock, they do have quite a few items in stock as well. Now I don't really use movie figures, I'll be honest with you. I think I've only used them once in the past. Just the way I buy Hot Toys and 1/6 scale collectible figures, there's always a better, cheaper deal elsewhere, or more importantly, the main reason why I don't typically use movie figures is because they don't really have the items that I look for in stock or for pre-order. And if I'm going to pre-order anything, it would generally be through Collectibles Direct or Sideshow. But still, it's a fantastic website and it's worth looking around to see if there's anything in stock or any pre-orders that you want to place. Customer service is excellent at movie figures, and it's a very good, reputable web store. The next one we're going to take a look at is Big Chief Studios. Big Chief Studios in the UK have a number of licenses. They have their own license for things like Doctor Who figures, Peaky Blinders, Only Fools and Horses, Flash Gordon. But they also do a number of other licenses such as Hot Toys. So let's take a look at the Robocop again for pre-order. You can see here that you've got a decent pre-order price, as well as the payment options between a payment plan of £30 per month and a deposit option of £40 with the balance payable when the item comes into stock. They take PayPal, so you can use PayPal credit. And overall, I think Big Chief Studios website is a fantastic website. It's laid out very well, it's very clear, very reputable, good customer support. I've ordered from Big Chief Studios, I think twice in the past, and I had no problems with them. The prices were pretty good. I actually had ordered a Sideshow premium format statue, the Red Sonja statue through them. Was a bit of a delay in getting it. That's just the one of the results of living in the UK. But yeah, absolutely no problems. Delivered on time, next day delivery. No additional charges for delivery. And they do have some really good items, both in stock and up for pre-order. So you can see here in stock, they've got the Death Watch Mandalorian, they've got Lando Calrissian, they've got the Iron Patriot from Endgame, Marty McFly, the new release, the Rescue armor. So yeah, if you're looking for something in stock and you're just having a browse, or there's something in particular you want to look for, I recommend looking at Big Chief Studios because they will have something that perhaps you're looking for. The next one is The Good, the Bad and the Robots. Now this is probably the cheapest place in the UK to pre-order figures from. They have fantastic prices. So if you look at something like the Hot Toys Robocop, it's £375. That's going to be one of the cheapest prices you will get for pre-order based in the UK. One drawback is that The Good, the Bad and the Robots is run for collectors and by collectors, and they don't have a huge amount of pre-order slots. So if you're not quick, you're going to lose out. So if you're looking for that cheaper price for pre-order, and you know you definitely want that figure, I would recommend The Good, the Bad and the Robots to get in there early. You can see by looking through this pre-order list, a lot of their pre-orders are already sold out. So be quick with The Good, Bad and the Robots if you definitely want that figure. However, the one drawback is because they have limited pre-order windows, they don't tend to have a lot of items that come into stock. So it's great for pre-orders, but it's not so good for checking out for in-stock items. And their website can be slightly difficult to use. Let's go to Hot Toys here and let's look at Hot Toys new stock. Again, sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out. There's 1, 2, 3 in stock, but the rest, you know, you're looking at a lot of sold out banners. So they don't typically have a lot of in-stock items, but when they do have in-stock items, their prices are amazing. So there you go, Show Trooper for £209 in the UK, and I believe that is delivered. I don't think there's any additional shipping fees to be added. So check out Good, Bad and the Robots for any really good pre-order prices. The next one is Xavi. And Xavi are more expensive than most for their hot toys and collectibles. I have used Xavi in the past and I have had mixed results based upon their delivery schedules and items. As I said, their prices can be quite expensive. It takes quite a while for them to come into stock. Let's check out this Endgame Iron Man. You can see here £515. It is at the upper end of what you will pay in the UK for that figure. They do have quite a good range of in-stock figures, but that's because their prices are quite high. They do have sales from time to time, so recently there was a Birds of Prey Harley Quinn figure that was reduced all the way down to £169. I know a lot of collectors took advantage of that in the UK. So it's worthwhile keeping your eye out on Xavi because prices do change. You have to be fast and you have to be quick on it because they don't change for long. But the prices can come down if they have surplus stock that they're looking to get rid of. I don't tend to order anything pre-order wise from Xavi. I always just pick things up if and when they're in stock and have good prices. You may change your mind and think, well, yeah, I want to order through Xavi and have a pre-order. I don't do that. That's not something I do. I don't recommend it. It's not my personal way of buying my collectibles, but certainly Xavi is a hot toys and other collectibles retailer. And you know, despite the fact they're not fantastic at customer service, and you do have to pay an extra $1.99 for shipping, you know, they do have some relatively good in-stock pieces, which perhaps other places don't. And that's perhaps the only way I would look at Xavi and order something from it, if they have an in-stock piece that no one else has got and the price is reasonably affordable. So that's Xavi. And then the last one for UK is, and I'm going to pronounce this wrong, it's either Animegami or Animegami, or I could be pronouncing it completely wrong, but anyway, they are a UK based website. They also have warehouses in Germany, so some items will be shipped direct from Germany and can take up to 2 weeks. However, for any UK item, it's 2 days, 2 days delivery. Again, prices can be on a bit of the higher side. They have a really good range of stock, both pre-order and in stock. If we just look at some of the, let's have a look at the What If Zombie Hunter Spider-Man. So you can see here, this is a pre-order, $329 for that figure. Again, it's a pretty decent website. They have quite a lot of items, both, as I said, in stock and for pre-order. I don't believe you have to pay any additional shipping charges, so the price you see is going to be the price that you pay. Pre-orders carry, I think, a 10% deposit option. Personally, I don't pre-order anything from this website. I have only ever used them once or twice for in-stock items, and it was only because they had something that nobody else did. So the latest purchase was the Hollywood Collectibles Group Pulse Rifle, which I managed to secure for about £550 when everywhere else was sold out. So this website can be good and worthwhile checking if there is a particular item that you're after. They may have it in stock. Let's move on now to the most favourite and popular websites that I personally use for ordering. And this is the websites that are based in Hong Kong. I've got 4 or 5 different websites up here that I float between. And there's a couple here which I order most of my items from nowadays. So the first one is KG Hobby. KG Hobby has been excellent in their choice, selection, prices and delivery. And they do more than just your typical Hot Toys and popular licenses. They will do TB League. They will do all your third party figures, and their prices are excellent. From a pre-order status, let's have a look at the friendly neighbourhood Spider-Man No Way Home figure. You can see there that that price, 2,120 Hong Kong dollars, equates to us in the UK as about £210. Now that is a fantastic price for a pre-order figure. You have to add shipping on top of this. Shipping can run you around about £20. And that's the cheapest shipping option, which will be delivered within about 2 weeks of release or point of order. So you do have to add maybe £20 on top of that price. But overall, they have a huge selection of in-stock items as well as fantastic pre-order items. And you have a reward program where you can generate and collect points to make your next purchase slightly cheaper. The ratio is a couple of pounds for every Hot Toys or 1/6 scale figure that you purchase. So if you buy something at £250, you're only going to get maybe £2-3 of reward points. But hey, something's better than nothing. Now I use KG Hobby not necessarily for pre-ordering, but definitely for in-stock items. And their website's pretty easy to use. We can look at the shop. We can get a lot of different categories here. We can look at new arrivals, and the new arrivals is where I look for items which have been added to the store recently or have came into stock. So let's check out this DJ Custom Forrest Gump figure. You can see that this one is in stock, I believe, and it's 1,600 Hong Kong dollars, which equates to about £160 plus shipping. You're looking at £180 delivered to your door. So for in-stock items, it's fantastic. For pre-order items, it's again fantastic. It's really good prices. The one thing you've got to watch out for, and I have not yet been hit with import fees, you could potentially, if you order from a Hong Kong reseller in the UK, be hit with additional fees. So beware of that when you're ordering. You know, the price might look fantastic. You might get a real bargain. And like, for example, that Hot Toys Taskmaster, £150 plus £20 shipping, £170. But then you might get hit with £50 of import fees. So that makes the figure maybe 220 UK Great British pounds. Still cheaper than everywhere else. They've got it in stock. A lot of places don't. But typically you might get away with it. You might just get away with the import fees. And this is, I'm willing to take the risk. I haven't been hit yet, touch wood. But yeah, there's always a first time, isn't there? But KG Hobby, excellent website. It's where I buy most of my stuff from. Moving on, excuse me, to TNS Figures. Again, another Hong Kong reseller of Hot Toys and other licenses. Again, this is one of my top favourites to order a lot of figures from, and I will pre-order items from this store. So their pre-order prices are pretty decent. They do more than just your Hot Toys. They do it again like KG Hobby. They'll do a lot of pre-orders for third-party figures and accessories, for example. But their prices are pretty decent. You're not going to find much cheaper across the globe. The deposit options generally is a fixed value. So in this one, for example, you're having to pay a $40 non-refundable deposit, and you pay the balance when the figure has been released and in stock with TNS. These Hong Kong resellers, both KG Hobby and TNS Figures, are not day one release web stores. You are looking at maybe 1-2 months after the initial release of the Hot Toys figure before they have it in stock. So don't be expecting an immediate release and delivered to your door within a week or two after Hot Toys has pushed that figure out. You're going to wait a couple of months before both these websites have it in stock and can ship it to you. But being a patient man and being not in a great hurry for any type of pre-order, this is where I generally buy everything from. So prices are pretty good. The website customer service is excellent, as well as delivery. Now, TNS Figures, the price you see is the price you pay. There is no additional delivery charge on top of these prices, which is fantastic. So there's the Hot Toys Iron Man Mark 85 Battle Damage version. It's in stock right now at $495 and that's the price you're going to pay. There's no additional shipping charge on top of it. It makes it clear and simple to order. The prices are fairly comparable against KG Hobby, but their in-stock items are quite vast. They have a number of not just figures, but they have accessories and costume sets and other types of licenses and scales too. But from a Hot Toys perspective, they do have a lot of the items in stock. So there's the Moff Gideon from The Mandalorian, it's in stock. You've already seen the Iron Man Mark 85. There's the new Boba Fett in stock. So TNS figures, it's definitely worthwhile checking that one out if you are a collector, specifically based in the UK. It's a very good way of not only pre-ordering, but also ordering in stock figures, which are more than just, as I said before, with Hot Toys. They do a lot of your third-party figures, such as DJ Custom and So Toys. So these are the places to go for definitely non-Hot Toys figures, but also they do have some really good deals on Hot Toys. The next one we're going to look at is 1/6 Kit. Now 1/6 Kit isn't generally a place I will go to order the Primo Hot Toys collectibles. This is a different kind of approach. They generally stick to, although they have Hot Toys, I feel that 1/6 Kit do a lot of the third party figures, but they're generally really good and set up for 1/6 scale accessories. So this is where I'll come to buy head sculpts, bodies, clothing sets, and just general 1/6 scale items, not necessarily full complete figures, although I must be honest with you, I have ordered full complete figures from them. And again, just very much like TNS figures and KG Hobby, they are fantastic at having stuff in stock. They'll have it to you within 2 weeks on the cheapest, lowest postage option. Everything on the website is free shipping worldwide, so you can order here and the price you see is the price you pay. I don't typically pre-order any Hot Toys from here. If anything, I'm pre-ordering third-party figures such as your DJ Custom or your So Toys, for example. But it's worthwhile taking a look through because they do have a huge amount of items in stock. They also have what's called the flea market, where they'll go round Hong Kong resellers and try and source a particular figure for you, or they might have something older in stock elsewhere that they can go and grab for you. You are going to pay a bit more for that figure. But I think the real benefit of 1/6 Kit is the third party stuff. It's the head sculpts, it's the clothing sets. So for example, here you go, there's the Leon costume set from a place called Topo, $132. Again, that's the price you're going to pay shipped. And this is what they kind of specialise in. They specialise in these clothing sets, and their pictures are always really good. Customer service is excellent, and they deliver really well and really quickly. So 1/6 Kit, worthwhile checking out if you are looking for something a bit unusual or third party, or you want accessories. I would recommend 1/6 Kit. The last two are two competitive websites, I believe, in my opinion, Pop Collectibles and Toys Wonderland, who in the last year, 18 months, have sprung up as resellers of generally Hot Toys and other premium collectibles. And they offer a first batch and later batch service. So if you're looking for a figure at the minute it has been released, so let's say for example a new figure is released today, both Pop Collectibles and Toys Wonderland offer a service where they will get that figure for you on release day and ship it to you within a couple of days of its release. You are going to pay more for it, so typically you're looking at £30–40 on top of the price of a normal figure to get into that first batch day one release. And this is the real advantage of using Pop Collectibles and Toys Wonderland, in that they will get you your items fast. But they do have pretty good in-stock items as well. So let's take a look at one of the pre-orders first. This is the Kenobi pre-order. How does it work? And I have ordered from Pop Collectibles before. So if we look at first batch and second batch, first batch is going to run you £284, and that's day one release. and then the second batch is 244. So you think to yourself, well, for the price of £40, an extra £40, get the first batch. That means you get it when the figure's released and you don't have to wait a month or two for the second batch. You do have to add shipping on top of that. You may be lucky to get away with having no import fees. I typically find that both Pop Collectibles and the next one we're going to look at, Toys Wonderland, will attract fees because they do mark the actual item value. So I think it's pot luck whether you get away with it or not. But beware that there's a higher chance, I believe, from both of these websites attracting UK import fees, especially if you use something like a DHL shipping carrier. You use DHL, I'll guarantee they will charge you, they'll pre-charge you the delivery, import and VAT on top of that figure. But you choose something like HK Speed Post or the kind of slower snail mail option, which is cheaper anyway, it might come through the mail system without attracting any sort of fees. And that's a handy hint. Any carrier, any courier, such as DHL, is going to follow the rules and charge you an import on that item. Whereas coming through the network or through Hong Kong Speed Post or the Royal Mail, sometimes, more often than not, you'll get away with it. So there's a handy hint for you. Always choose the slowest shipping option, because that will save you money in the long run, both in the fee for that and the import fees. So Pop Collectibles, they are really good at having in stock items. You know, some of the older items as well, you will pay a higher price, but generally I think pretty much everything in the last, say, year, 18 months that's been released will be on these websites. And they do come up sometimes with older figures as well. Pre-order prices are pretty good. They're fairly strong. You're still looking at a comparable UK type price. But Pop Collectibles is worth checking out if you're looking for something in particular which is in stock and released in the last year, and or you want to get in on that first batch. The only reason why I would use these for pre-ordering is to get in on that first batch. Moving on to a very, very similar website, and I've mentioned them, Toys Wonderland. Everything I've said about Pop Collectibles applies to Toys Wonderland. Toys Wonderland have, I would say, a wider range of other types of collectibles. You can see here's some third-party elf heads, for example. They also do the early first batch service where they'll go and get your figure on day one release and ship it to you, which is the only reason why I would use Toys Wonderland. If I want that figure there and then, I will use them to get that first batch release. In stock items, they do have some pretty good, strong range of stock as well as prices. So you can see here's the Spider-Man Far From Home Mysterio figure. You're looking at £210. I believe there is shipping to be added on top of that, and shipping can wildly vary from Toys Wonderland. It can go from an extra £30-40 right up to an extra £70-80, depending on their stock options and their prices. So beware, it's worthwhile adding it to the basket, checking out shipping, and making sure that the price is right for you. Again, exactly the same as I said, this more than likely has got a higher chance of attracting additional fees for the UK, so be cautious. That's all I would say. If you're willing to pay that little bit extra and you're willing to take the risk of paying the extra fees, Toys Wonderland is the place to go. And just to wrap up, and that's us covered off the US, the UK and Hong Kong. One of the best ways of buying hot toys, in my view, which is in stock, not necessarily pre-order, I never pre-order on eBay, is if I'm looking for a figure that's already been released, I'll just use eBay. More often than not, figures pop up on here which are brand new, sealed in box for a really good, reasonable price. In fact, yesterday I managed to pick up a brand new in-box Hot Toys Spider-Man upgraded suit for £220. A lot of people buy these things, and when they arrive, they open them up, they no longer want them, and they list them on eBay. So for a figure that's just been released in the last couple of months, I think the best way of looking for that figure is on eBay. The good thing with eBay is you can use PayPal. You can use PayPal's credit system to get 4 months interest free. So you can buy a figure today and pay it up over the next 4 months without attracting any additional payments. And like you know, most of these items from UK sellers are based in the UK, so you're buying something which won't attract any additional fees, and you're paying maybe £10–15 postage. So eBay is a way that I will buy a lot of my figures nowadays. I will just look out for an item, and when I come across it, it's a good price, I'll just buy it on the spot. And last but not least, kind of oddball website for you in the UK. I thought it was worthwhile highlighting this one. Collectible Kitbash. Collectible Kitbash is not necessarily a website whereby you're going to get a lot of figures out of. They tend to do a lot of DID stuff, military, kind of like, you know, that offshoot of the 1/6 scale figure marketplace. So they don't be expecting to pick up any pre-orders or any Hot Toys figures or any third-party figures, because they don't typically get a lot into stock. If I just look at new in stock, for example, you can see here you've just got one figure which is sold out. Box figures, they have got a couple, but again, most are sold out, and they've been like that for a couple of years. The reason why I bring this one up is for their kit bashing potential. They do split apart a lot of figures, military figures mainly, but they do split up a lot of stuff. And this is a fantastic way in the UK to find a set of knee pads or a particular helmet or strapping or gauntlets. And I have bought quite a fair few things from here to complement the figures that I've already got. One example is my 3-0 Chappie figure. I bought a grenade belt and some grenades from here for a cost of about £20 to complement the figure and make it more special than the normal figure. So the Collectible Kitbash is a fantastic way of looking for parts. It's 1/6 accessories and parts. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed that video and it's been relatively quite informative. These are where I buy all of my stuff from. I tend not to pre-order an awful lot. What I do is I just check all these websites on a regular basis and have a look for things that are in stock. And I'll run through every day, sometimes a lot of the websites, and just keep my eye on them. That's the best way I can give you advice on how to buy Hot Toys and other 1/6 scale figures. Check the prices out, check all the websites. The stock will vary across every single website, and I'll guarantee you I could probably find every figure in stock across these websites if I search enough. eBay obviously will have pretty much everything from the last 10 years, but generally good brand new in stock stuff. If you scan across all these websites, you're going to find something that's in stock in one of them. So that's it. Thanks very much for tuning in. If you like what you see, please give us a like. Stay tuned, subscribe, hit that subscribe button. If you've made it to this point, you know, and I'm telling you this now, and you've not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button, please do. There's lots of videos, there's lots of content coming up. I'm now about to go off and do a video on price comparisons, as well as a review on my brand new Spider-Man upgraded suit. We'll do a lot of posing with that figure. It's going to be a really fun figure. So subscribe, tune in for the next video. Thanks very much for joining us, and until the next time, take care.